After a prime time Saturday of nothing but upsets, we come into Showdown Sunday looking at a couple matchups that have the potential to be the same. Welcome into the MLD's Champion League playoffs. It is the conference semifinals as we try to get the final two teams to fill out the final four in this bracket. I am Curtis. That is an name of Jay. And Jay, we start off today in the Blue Conference with the biggest lull what face of the MLD season number 6. ISO Solo has ranked out of MLD the eve before his playoff matchup, and he leaves Ray and Heimgame in for the Wolves. They have to go up against the Spartans.
Yeah, that's the headline for this Wolves franchise, and it kind of gives you shades back to when Rai chose to leave the Pandas last season on the eve of the playoffs, ending up handing them into 11th hour substitution. The advantage for the Wolves, at least, is that they don't have to bring in a brand new player to play in his place. It's at least the captain, Ray, being able to take the field and be able to at least have been working with the team all season long. But it's a big blow for sure, but I feel like the Wolves will still have at least a little bit of an edge. The Spartans are a tough franchise, but they've been inconsistent all season long, and that's the one thing I think that the Wolves might be able to pull out of their hat, is that they've been consistent along the way, and that's something I think will probably work in their favor.
Usually in the playoffs, living by a roll of the dice is not necessarily something you want to do, and that's what the Spartans have done basically all season long. So we'll see if they can get the better version of themselves out on the pitch. DFH Stadium, the site, we're going to get the teams out on the pitch. It is going to be Stumpinator and True Soja for the Spartans, and it is going to be Heimgame and Ray in the blue for the Wolves. We're about to get things underway on this edition of the MLD playoffs on Twitch, presented by Balls Corona and Arctic AC. Balls on the field, clock is on top of your screen, and we are a go. It is going to be Stumpinator winning that kick to True Soja into the Wolves' corner. The touch over one, right in front, chance scores! Stumpinator far side has the early goal, 7 seconds in.
Unfortunately, this ball into the corner, really well controlled by True Soldier. Heimgame just a little bit slow, trying to get across to cover that one off. Might have been better to play the pass rather than try to win in that corner and clear that away. And the Wolves down one early.
That is not the start that they wished for. This will be Heimgame losing this again. Got to fix the kickoff as the ball goes careening into their end. Good clear by Ray. He'll give it a follow. True Soldier is going to rotate back post. He's going to come ahead now and try to clear this away from Heimgame. But he sets it up right for Ray. Ray at the net, played by True Soldier. True Soldier loses the game of Plinko on that play. Stumpinator is going to try to flip at it and put the spoiler on it. He's going to miss the opportunity, and it goes up the side ramp. Ray is going to miss. Dangerous place for Heimgame to play that, but he does survive. And goes up the corner wall, wraps the ceiling, and it'll be Ray who gets a touch back out to midfield. And Spartans will have to recover back in their own end as we play 50 seconds in.
One thing that the fantasy numbers have shown is that the Wolves were actually a heavy favorite on paper coming into this, but I think a lot of those brackets were established before the loss of Isa Solo in this past week. So you get the sense that the Spartans really going to enjoy playing the underdog here, but I think realistically they're not that much of a dog, especially not with play like that.
That is a gorgeous control play by Stumpinator. The catch, the weight, the patience, grabs the boost, and then has the release on it as the defender makes the move. That is gorgeous into the far corner.
Really, really well worked goal. Just had the patience to bring the challenge out from the keeper. That's all you need to do when you're dribbling the ball. Just make sure you pull in that first move and just get it around them.
2-0 Spartans, who seem to have been rolling the right numbers for the moment. See if consistency does come back, or inconsistency in this case does come back to plague them later on, but they're playing pretty well at the moment. Stumpinator has a dribble, tries to get it around Ray. Ray's going to take it away. It's going to go up the side ramp. He's going to try for a last-second pass in the middle, but True Soldier reads it well. Heimgame is up. Pass out into the mid once more, but it's a little bit too far for the traveling Ray, and the Wolves will try to scramble to keep pressure. That's a play in front. Heimgame's going to miss a second touch. That probably would have been in, depending on placement, but that was a good opportunity gone by.
A big opportunity lost for the Wolves. The Spartans both out of boost, really didn't have any options, but the Wolves just could not find a quality chance. Here's another one. The Spartans twice now have been caught drifting upfield, got beat on the counter, but no shot coming out of the Wolves. It's a thing that they need to fix quickly here, down 2.
One thing they need to fix as well is their placement on their shots. Ray just had one right at the keeper. That's a decent shot, but well wide of the right post. Aim Game's going to try to play the patient game, but he waits too long. Chance in front. True Soldier missed the opportunity, and it's still 2-0 as they leave the Wolves in with a shout.
Needed that goal. The Spartans put this one away, and speaking of needing goals, Heimgame has to put it on target. He'll keep that one nestled into the near side corner, and that lead cut down to a goal.
3 words: double commit, takeaway, goal. I don't know if double commit was probably 2 words itself, but that's fine. Either way, 2-1. Heimgame takes advantage of an empty net on the other side as catches both the Spartans in the same spot.
True Soldier actually put that one past Stump. He kind of tried to interfere a little too much, pushed it too far back, and his teammate trying to come in, committing really heavily to that challenge along the sideboard. Didn't do them any favors.
True Soldier tried far side on this, taken away by Heimgame. That ends up being a pass. Ray doesn't have any boost and can't quite find it as he gets the non-required height. True Soldier takes it in the corner. The flip into it. Heimgame with the ground pinch. Does get it up and above True Soldier's head. Now has a catch. Chance for Ray. Pass across and it's good. That's a tie game. Deuces wild with 2 minutes to go.
This is a fantastic team play. Heimgame just catches this one down. Little touch over. Pulls Stump out and then he realizes that it's a one-timer pass and Ray getting the accuracy on. Same corner that Heimgame found just a few minutes ago. And it's a 2-2 game just like that.
That was a really good roll-up as well. Very accurate shot from Ray. This will be a chance for the Spartans to retaliate. Stumpinator has the touch towards the net. It's on the ground, but Heimgame gets in front of it just in the nick of time. True Soldier puts it up in the air once more. Stumpinator, crossbar and down. Nothing doing as Heimgame is going to clear the box and leave it for his teammate, who then clears the zone as they take it back into Spartan territory.
This is the type of Wolves team that we were really hoping would be able to take a bit of adversity and show up here. After going down 2-0 early, they've really buckled down. They've made the adjustments they needed to, and they're catching the Spartans doing just a little bit too much really early in this series. If they can keep this built up, if they can keep finding the Spartans in really tough spots and make them count, might be a win in this game and hopefully the series.
Good defensive contact from Stumpinator, however, does travel back to their net. Ray into the middle. Chance for Heimgame. Heimgame right in front, off the post. Rebound is going to stay out as Ray can't find it with True Soldier on the recovery. And then a 2-point swing the other way is going to give the Spartans back the lead with a minute to go.
I don't really like the jump in by Ray. The ball so close to True Soldier. He has to make sure that he gets that 50-50 on the goal line, and he just can't find it. But the problem is Heimgame had already used up so much boost and was so heavily committed that there was just nothing left in reserve.
The ever-commanding 1-0 lead in a best-of-7 is on the line and 55 seconds left to settle it. True Soldier has all the time in the world. The flip play is going to get it into the zone. That's towards the post, in front, far side, and away. Remember that if the Wolves come back and tie it. 43 seconds left on the clock. Getting a contact on the nose is Heimgame. That's up for Ray. Ray's going to have contact. Off the back. Chance for Heimgame, who comes in, but on a save by Stumpinator. And True Soldier works with him to clear the ball with 30 seconds. That's half a minute left on the game clock in game 1.
That's a big chance. And here's another one. Ray getting the mid-air demo on Stump, but they don't have enough time and enough speed to get that ball upfield before he respawns. Comes right back in line. There's still a chance, though. The Wolves with that midfield pressure, they need this one in front now.
This will be a chance for Heimgame to at least keep it in. It's going to bounce towards the ceiling. Not nearly enough time for the Wolves to play with here. Ray has contact. Heimgame's got to keep it in the air. That's towards the top of the box. Chance in front, and it's going to hit the ground in front of the goal line, and the Spartans are going to take game 1 after a few feet are the difference between 3-3 and 3-2.
Oh, man, you saw Heimgame going up for that little aerial touch on the last second. I feel like you have to recognize that your best bet is to stay on the ground, just be able to catch that if the defender hits it. If the defender hits it, you're pretty much never going to win it anyway. Going up in the air, all you're hoping for is a 50, and if they get contact, let's be honest, you're not going to win that ball regardless. You just need to stay on the ground, try and keep it away, especially at the 0-second mark.
1-0 lead for the Spartans in this best-of-7, and Jay, if that's any indication, you and I are in for what looks like to be a very good series. Let's get buckled in for game number 2. Wolves looking for a retaliation. Heimgame and Ray each finding the net one time apiece. But the Wolves took a second to get going. Once they got going, they were matching the Spartans move for move and play for play. Spartans got a very fortunate 2-point swing towards the end.
Yeah, that one, again, like I was talking about in the analysis of it, Ray just trying to challenge a little bit too heavily. Neither he nor Heimgame really had a lot of boost after going in for that ball. And it's just little decisions like that you really have to kind of wonder, is this the best value to try and come in to win this one? Because if I don't win it, what are my options left? And they just didn't quite have any of those really moving forward, and that's the difficulty with what happened there.
Would love to see a clip, something, put it on Twitter with the hashtag MLB Playoffs if you see something fun. Get people talking about this. This looks like it could be a very, very good night of MLB action. Love to see you involved with the little blue bird. This will be 6 seconds in. Wolves go across ways, wall to wall, side to side. That'll be off the side ramp for Game. Game will miss. Chance for the Spartans to take advantage, but not enough contact, not enough good contact and pace on that play. Ray handles it easily. Over the halfway line. No boost to speak of for Stumpinator. He will grab one out of the corner in the offensive end. Ray with the ricochet. He's going to send it back out to midfield. Wolves on the attack. Chance in front. Game puts it towards the goal line. Stumpinator handles it fairly easily. Ray is going to careen this off the sidewall, and that's a really good touch by Game, just wide of that left post as we play about 45 seconds in.
I'm curious as to how that happened there. It looked like Ray got into the side of True Soldier. Somehow got a mutual demo on that play. Didn't set up anything either way, but that one looked a little interesting in the midfield line, though. Game just posted himself here. Chance for the Spartans, and it'll get there as Stump able to climb that ladder and tap it in under the bar.
True Soldier forcing it into the corner. It bounces off that corner wall. Game waited a little bit too long to go attack that ball. He cannot let that get anywhere near frame, especially with the offensive prowess that Stump and True Soldier have. Gotta challenge that towards the corner and get it away from the top of the box.
I feel like it was a bit of that posting that Game had right on that near post. He was trying to come across, kind of rolled himself off the post and left himself so much work to do that kind of prevented him from coming out to get that ball.
That's a dangerous place for that to be. In front, True Soldier, great save by Ray. Ray's got to get this away. It's still in the Wolves' box. Chance and score, and persistence pays off for the Spartans, and a 2-goal lead.
The great save by Ray, and then he gets dunked here coming back, but look at Game. He's out right on top of this ball. He has to sit back just a split second and wait, because it's a short distance, but it's still a double commit, because if they don't win that ball, there's nobody left to defend.
Minute and a half in, True Soldier's going to try to put the third one in for the Spartans. He's got the touch towards the net. Ray handles it. It's out to Game, who's going to try to take this over half, and Stumpinator reads it well. Pinch play sends it deep into Spartans territory. Stumpinator has contact. He'll drop it down to True Soldier, but Ray is going to take that one aside. Stumpinator up and over half, gets it deep into the Wolves' den one more time. Ray with the catch and release. Second touch gets it off the sidewall, but it's right at True Soldier. Really good backup plan for the Spartans right now, as one contact that one Spartan makes is right to another as they read each other very, very well, and you can see they played together a whole lot, knowing what to expect from each other.
The surprising thing for me is with how tight-knit the Wolves franchise has been all season long, there's just a little bit of a disconnect right now between Ray and Game, and it's kind of burning them in a lot of opportunities that they could have otherwise. Game, right underneath that ball, he has to chase it back. Just watch this. That first little touch doesn't go anywhere, and Ray's nowhere to be found. Just can't be giving up possession like that as the last player back. They have to do better with it.
That did not work very well for the Wolves, and all of a sudden they're staring at a 3-goal deficit right in the face, as we haven't even hit halftime yet. Game is going to lose the race to this ball on the side wall. Ray goes off the corner. That's dangerous. Stump off the corner wall, in front, great little bump, and that is going to find the net on the far side. Stumpinator works it perfectly into that corner. It's 4-0.
Great physical play by True Soldier. Knows he doesn't have a play on the ball, so what does he do? Take out the only defender who does have a play. And Game getting pushed all the way across the crease. Stump has nothing but space to work with.
All right, well, Wolves, you've made your hole. Now you got to crawl out of it. This is going to be up the sidewall for Game. Game puts it on the ground. Ray is there for the challenge and the takeaway. It's going to be off the sidewall. In front, Game off the back. Can't find the second piece of contact. And it'll be Ray, who is 1v1 defensively. Wins the challenge. He's up. Plenty of boost. Has the touch. Scores! Get him on the board. 2 minutes to go. They finally bring it down to 3.
True Soldier gave up the inside line just a little bit too much. You saw how far out his car got trying to win that 50-50. Stump really doesn't have a lot of chance in net as Ray winning the boost as well with the 50-50. Able to go after it.
Good work with 2:04 to go. Wolves try to get something more towards the net, but you can't do that. That is towards the empty net on the far side. Spartans can't take advantage, but the Wolves definitely let their back hatch open, and the dog ran out into the street. This is still a 4-1 lead, but the Spartans really wasted an opportunity there.
They might still have one, though, as Stump doing a great job. 1v2 out of that corner. They have possession here, but they still don't have the opportunity till that miss, as True Soldier able to tap it in on the goal line out of the corner.
And this is, I believe it was Haim. Nope, it was Ray on the back end. Ray up, but he gets up too late and ends up flying underneath the ball, and he will be kicking himself for every bit of that, as that may ice things here with 97 seconds to go. Here we go. True Soldier going to get this back into his own end. They'll waste as much time as they can. Gets it up and around one. Ray is going to get this at least back over the halfway line. Pinch play from the Wolves, immediately faltered by the Spartans. Ray with a chance to take it away. Off the ramp it goes, still Spartans ball. Aim game, not very convincing contact there. Ray is going to take this up the ramp, and he'll try to get this one well out of his zone. But then again, there's the Spartans again, continuing that pressure that they've been exhibiting all game long, and it continues here in the last 60 seconds of Game 2. As they are very, very close to taking a 2-0 lead in this series, a commanding 2-0 lead, and the Wolves are going to have to do a full mental reset between games here.
I definitely feel like they're going to have to make some adjustments, but you got to wonder how much the mental game probably played a part coming into this one. Having to lose a player of the quality and caliber of Isa Solo, and then having to make these really quick adjustments in your playstyle, in your roster as well. Might have been expecting a bit of a slow start out of the Wolves in that regard, at least.
Well, they still have a couple of games to get it together here. Haim game is going to try to add one more, get him at least a goal. Try to get back into this one. Ray is going to find the bitter end of a demo. He has to spawn back in his own side. That's a problem for the Wolves. Chance for the Spartans. Stumpinator just past the post, not able to quite direct it home. 6 seconds left. 5, now 4, and this should seal things for the Wolves, as the Spartans are going to take the 2-0 advantage, as they have 2 games left to get to move into the conference finals.
Absolutely, and you can just see there's actually a lot of packet loss coming in for the Spartans here. We're actually going to get a remake going here, so I'll get on that right now. And the Wolves just... I really hesitate to say that there was a lot of mistakes on their part that were leading to the goals that they were getting scored on by. A lot of it really just came down to the Spartans having a really good set in midfield, and they were just able to keep that pressure on through rotation after rotation. They had the Wolves chasing after ghosts for a lot of times.
I tend to disagree with that point. The only reason I disagree with that point is because it looked like to me the Wolves were trying to play a slower game than the Spartans were letting them. Spartans were playing too fast for what the Wolves were trying to do, especially in their own end. There was a couple of different opportunities that the Wolves had on clears where the contact that they were making was just not good contact for the intent that they were having. They were not able to get the long groomers downfield and chase them. They were touching it into their own corner, and the Spartans ate that up like dinner and just passed it back out in front.
Yes and no. I mean, the Spartans were doing a really good job just pressing in and generating chances on their own on top of that. Like, sure, the Wolves were not doing themselves any favors, but a lot of that came down to the fact that they almost couldn't hit the ball in a lot of cases. They were just not able to get there in time, which the Spartans' pressure had a lot to do with.
Yeah, it was forced errors that turned into unforced errors. I think we can agree on that as far as the Wolves are concerned, but they are going to look towards Game 3 to try to improve on that as we have a new server made. We are ready to go as the Wolves try to get themselves back into this series. It'll start with this chance from Haim game. He'll be up. He'll fly by the ball. Ray with a shot is going to be just wide of that right post. Wolves continue the pressure, though. Up the corner. Haim game is up. Ray will rotate out. This will be around 1, but not around 2, as True Soldier gets really good contact back into the Wolves' end. That's a big miss. Chance in front. That's a dangerous place to lose control of that ball, but Ray will come in at the last possible second and take that opportunity away from the Spartans. 25 seconds, 4 and 23 left, I should say, into game number 3. Game with a long play towards the corner. Up off the ramp. Chance for Ray. Has a chance right there. Goal line, scores. Wolves have their first lead in a while. It's 1-0.
I think that's their first lead all series long, to be honest. Is the Spartans just get caught a little bit chasey in their own end. Ray doing a great job circling around to that ball. It was really high floater, and the Spartans just never attacking that one. Gave up that shot a little too easily.
1-0 lead. 4:10 to go. Good bounce towards the top of the box. That's a touch towards the ceiling. Stumpinator's going to put that down for True Soldier. Soldier's up. He's going to try to put this towards the near post. That did not quite work. Ray's in a tough spot. Hame Game reads it well. Towards the halfway line. Wall to wall, side to side. Stumpinator down for Hame Game. Hame Game with the long play. He's going to get this to Ray. Ray into the corner. But it's going to be right in the lap of Stumpinator. Hame Game with the bounce. Misread by Stumpinator, but True Soldier has his back. This will be near side once more. Chance. No, that won't get past Stumpinator. Wolves trying to play the pressure game. Spartans playing it really, really patiently, and they will take control past the midfield line. That's a Plinko play towards the crossbar in the Wolves' end, but it will go off the crossbar and away. Near side, top of the box. Chance there for True Soldier. Gets it past one. But Ray should read it pretty well, and he will take control for the moment. Off the ceiling. Back wall. Up his Hame Game. Towards the left wing side. Good long play off the hood. Spartans. Good booming pass downfield. Stumpinator might not need to touch this one. Ray with the save as we approach halftime. Still 1-0 Wolves. Haven't seen a lot of offensive pressure in frame from the Spartans in a few minutes. Until there. Okay, as I say that, Stump is the recipient of a gorgeous pass out of the corner. It's a 1-1 game.
The double commit on that near post as Hame Game tries to bully in, get that ball away, but he needs to just sit back, let Ray try to win that battle right along the post there. Commits in, they don't win the ball. This is what we talked about in the last couple of games, Curtis. If you commit to the resources being there, you have to win the ball.
And True Soldier's going to get a long boomer on the ground pinch. That is up for a Stump. Stump takes control. Has plenty of boost to work with. He might have to go down and get a couple more here. Chance for the angle. That's going to be right in front for True Soldier. Hame Game needs contact. Can't find it. And the Spartans have 2 unanswered to take the lead.
Ray just doesn't get the greatest contact here. Gets dunked by Stump. You see Hame Game have to retreat back to net on that play. Just never gets reset in any way possible to try and challenge that one. And True Soldier has an open shot.
This next 2 minutes and 13 seconds is absolutely crucial for the Wolves. They have to find a tying goal, and then they have to find some way to get a victory in Game 3. I don't think they come back from a 3-0 deficit the way this series is shaping out. This will be True Soldier. Has the dribble, taken away by Hame Game. Side touch there from Stump, right in front to Hame Game. Up is going to be Ray. Ray's going to try, but it's well off the backboard as well. Spartans have control. Stumpinator in the air, going to try to get the pass across, but coming across is Ray to take that ball away and setting it up for his teammate. Minute 38 to go. Wolves trying to tie the game. Ray, crossbar, goal line, bounce, scores, finally! Hame Game there, and it was an eternity on the goal line.
It actually started rolling away right here. As it hits the crossbar the second time, it starts bouncing out. The Wolves keep their head. They get right on top of that one and force it over the line. Deuces wild, a minute 32 to go.
92 seconds left, and the Wolves know the crucialness of this point, and they get another one off the kickoff, and the Spartans are shell-shocked.
Really need to see what happened here. Stump comes in, he's got the fast kickoff, he flips around the ball just a little bit too early, goes all the way outside with the quarter flip, and Hame Game just puts it straight through center into the net.
Unreal. 2 unanswered goals by the Spartans, answered then by 2 unanswered goals by the Wolves. And we're back to where we started with the Wolves up 1 before this flurry of activity. Hame Game going to win that challenge. He's going to be up the sidewall, trying to find a play off the back. It's going to bounce at True Soldier. True Soldier read Hame Game's contact, and he has to try to recover this. This is still a chance in the Spartans' end, and it'll drop towards the side, and Hame Game will try to take control. Played off the challenge. True Soldier comes across to take it away from the post. No longer in frame. Spartans have a dribble play. Stumpinator, 1v2 up the sidewall. True Soldier, trying to get there. Gonna drop it, keep it on the ground, bounce across, that's near post, it's on the goal line, Ray's gonna need to get a save out of this, he cannot, it's in! Stumpinator has tied the game up with 46 to go.
The panic sets in on the Wolves so quickly here. You see Ray front flip to try and close ground, but he doesn't recover. Just needed to recognize there was no immediate pressure on the ball, could have kept all four wheels on the ground, just driven into it. Anything but what happened, and they give up an absolute gift of an equalizer.
Who has got the Game 3 winner on their car? We find out very soon. 39 left in Game 3. Stumpinator has control up and around one. Ray is the last line of defense. This is going to be touched into the middle. Ray, and that's a really good defensive play by Ray, at least getting it back into the corner. Pass in front. Game has contact. He's going to get this towards the sidewall. He's going to have to rotate back, though, as he ends up in front of the ball. Plinko play. Ray is there. Off the backboard. Game. Chance. No, we're not there in time. True Soldier with the defensive clear. This will ricochet back towards the Wolves net, but not quite in line with the net. And Game will clear it away from their frame. 4 seconds left. 3. Chance for Stumpinator. Off the back. In front. Scores! True Soldier with 0 seconds on the clock has given them the Game 3 win.
Game just never got this ball clear. Stump again. Flicking Ray inside out as he comes out for the challenge, and True Soldier on the doorstep puts his team up 3-0 in the series.
Match point for the Spartans. True Soldier has done the Wolves in again, and it's a 3-0 Spartans advantage with one more to get before they advance. This is going to be a heck of a fourth game, but the Wolves showed they can compete. And they need to show a lot more of that. They need to really try to put the defensive vice on these Spartans, who are basically doing what they want when they get it in the offensive end for more than a couple seconds.
They just have to get the ball out of their end. They need to get that lead stretched out further than a single goal. They've had one lead all series long, 2 really in that game, and they just have never been able to get this further and further ahead, as the Spartans are always able to reply.
Wolves need a quick start. They need a couple in a row. There's no doubt about that. They need to get something going. They also need to try to limit the effectiveness of the Spartans combo. Chance in front, crossbar. Ray can't find it as that'll go off the crossbar again. And that is going to be a 12 seconds in and an opportunity gone for the Wolves, as they are going to try to have to play defense here. Going across the goal mouth. Ray is up. He's going to get this up the side ramp. Tries to find it, has the bounce. True Soldier needs to make contact. It'll go off of his own backboard. Chance for Game, who finds the angle. The double commit could put them in a tough spot here. Chance at the goal line, but True Soldier, again, is going to get there just in the nick of time to stop the Wolves' pressing attack. This will bounce in frame as well. Ray is up. Double commit on defense. That's a big problem, and the Spartans are going to take full advantage. Stumpinator on the top of the box makes it 1-0.
Somebody has to call this ball. I think Game needs to scream that he's got it, because he's on the boards, which is a better place to play that ball. It's Ray who gets contact, and they just get their wires crossed. The Spartans just have to do nothing but wait for that shot.
49 seconds in, it's a 1-0 lead for the Spartans. True Soldier's going to get this off the top of the car. Stumpinator in front adds another one to the list. They have a 2-0 lead. They can try to sit on it if they want. Still 4 minutes left.
Game 1 all over again. They lose the ball into that same corner. The ball gets passed right out with no challenge effectively from the Wolves, and they now have to dig themselves out of a massive hole in this game, let alone in this series.
55 seconds in. Already staring at a 2-0 Spartans advantage. Wolves need an answer, and they need one quickly. Ray and Game going to try to fall on top of it. Ray's going to rotate back defensively. He'll get it out of the corner, but he puts it in a very precarious position. Game going to be a pass back to his teammate. Pass again. Touched down, but not out. And True Soldier is going to get this up towards frame. The pinch play off the back. True Soldier trying to answer. This is going to be a chance for Game with the empty net. He's going to fight it on the near side, and they'll get back within a goal. It's 2-1.
This is such a critical goal because it comes with plenty of time left for this game to keep developing. Game just getting enough contact on the outside. Was a little worried he might not have gotten that push towards the inside of the net, but he did just enough. Now the Wolves really have to be careful on this kickoff. They've given up a couple of easy goals after kickoffs here in this series.
Even kick here as it goes towards the sidewall. Ray is going to put this towards frame. True Soja makes contact, but it's not great contact. Ray is in front with this. Haim Game trying to drop this down. Ray is in front too. Tries to find the angle. True Soja with a really good save. And Haim Game's going to put this back, so at least he has control of it for the moment. Good press, though, by True Soja. Pass into the middle. Ray takes it away and gets this deep into Spartans territory once more. 2 minutes in to game 4. Spartans with a 3-0 lead. This is going to waterfall down. Chance in front, really good demo. Ray is not going to be able to find the angle on this towards the net, and he'll put it sideways as they try to take possession of it on the sidewall. Up his Haim Game. Big miss. He's done that a couple times tonight. He pays for it again. True Soldier just waiting patiently, takes a 2-goal lead again.
Waiting patiently is right. He recognizes that he's not going to get to that challenge in time, so all he's going to do is sit and wait. No reason to pull himself out of position. Just has to wait for that ball to come right out in front. His Haim Game can't get the contact on the clear.
Just approaching halftime here. True Soldier gets it back to Stumpinator. It's going to be a bounce towards the halfway line. That's a chance towards the crossbar, right under the bar, and Stump puts it in again. It's a 4-1 lead. They're starting to ice things here in game 4.
What a dunk by Stump. Just gets in the way of that ball. Came from backside on that challenge. Is really just nowhere for the Wolves to put that ball at the kickoff. It's been burning them so hard here as the Spartans just have such a better game plan coming off of these dead ball situations.
Contact by Ray. That's a chance in front. Haim Game is not going to be able to get there. Good job by Stumpinator to jump that pass. This will be True Soldier who ends up underneath the ball, taken away by the Wolves. Ray flies underneath it. Pass into the middle. Well taken by, that was True Soldier. Haim Game around the corner. Loses that to Stumpinator. Ray off the sidewall. True Soldier in front. Flip play over to Stumpinator, and he finds it. 2:03 to go, and it's 5-1.
The Wolves just can't get this ball out of the corner. Both of them there. True Soldier waiting. Puts that one on a dime right onto the side of Stump, who just froze himself in net. Knew all he had to do was touch that ball, and it would have gone in off of the redirect. The Wolves, every attempt that they've had right now, just not able to really get this ball under control. It's been a really tough series out of them. Not dead yet, but man, Curtis, you just got to get the sense it's starting to come off at the seams here.
They are on life support, yes, but I will say, and the Spartans add one more here, every single piece of contact that the Spartans have had has had the intent to pull the Wolves out of position. It has been very, very obvious from the start of this series that that was what they intended to do. They want to force the Wolves to rush. They want to force the Wolves to panic and wait for their opportunities to take advantage, and they have here.
And the Wolves have had opportunities. The Spartans have not been completely infallible. They've had a couple of times where they've come in a little bit out of position. The Wolves have got them on the counter and done really well. The only problem is they haven't been enough of those chances. They just don't generate them with enough consistency because the Spartans only have a couple of times where they're not going to have a big opening, although Haim Game will get a pool shot on that one as the pressure finally mounting in something useful for them.
Yeah, good contact by Ray into the corner. Haim Game has an opportunity out in front. Ends up actually putting True Soldier towards it as the ball careens off the back wall. And it's a 6-2 advantage. They're not dead yet. This is not it's not over yet. 4 goals in a minute 23. You and I have both seen that and ranked in different places. So we have seen it. Will we see it again? We'll see. That's all I'll really say about that. Ray is going to be starting by driving backwards into this, trying to find it on the near side, and it's taken away again. Spartans with a minute 5 to go until they can celebrate their berth into the top or final 4 in the Champions League bracket. This will be a chance for Ray. Ray is up off the nose. Haim Game's going to jump the pass. Looking for a pass in front. Ray is going to force it home on the near side. 47 seconds to go, and it's a 3-goal deficit now.
I love this from Ray. He recognizes that True Soldier's only line of play is to try and go across the face of goal. Waits until there's a seam right at the inside of that near post and gets his body right in the way to make sure that ball goes nowhere but over the line. 3 goals, 45 seconds. It's doable, definitely, and that kickoff win will help them out a lot.
That's going to be in front. Ray's going to try to find an angle, but he's going to be going parallel to the ball. Makes it difficult. Haim Game's going to need a play in front. Well read by True Soldier. Wolves keep it in. Pressure starting to mount in front of that Spartans net. Maybe too little too late at this point. This will be a play for Stump to take advantage of. Has the catch. Looking for the release. Has the release. Off the crossbar. In front. True Soldier scores. And that is going to ice things with 18 seconds to go. They're counting down to celebration time for the Spartans.
Just had so much control of the ball. All Stump has to do is just wait and wait and wait. And once Heimgame makes the moves, a great executed flick, doesn't get it in the net, but it's enough to put both the Wolves in a really tough spot to defend. And True Soldier does a great finish.
Stealing play from Ray. Going to try to get it just for posterity's sake. 9 seconds left. 8 and 7. 7-3 is the count. And the Spartans from the Blue Conference are going to take on the Aviators in the Blue Conference final in 1 week's time. Huge series from them. They put away the Wolves. Really good season for the Wolves as they come out and really have a tour de force in the regular season. They cannot get the job done in the playoffs, and there are some outside factors contributing to that potentially. But the Wolves definitely played a very competitive series, albeit the score was 4-0.
Yeah, they were definitely in a number of those games. Game 1 really coming to mind. They had the equalizing goal on the doorstep, just couldn't find a way to get that one over the line as the Spartans, the start that they had was very, very bright in that game, kind of wilted towards the middle section of Game 1 and then really kind of came into it through the end and then into Game 2 and 3 really with that 0-second game winner there. But, full credit to both teams, and Stump kind of gets one over again on an Arctic Division rival. It's funny, he beat the Spartans in last season's playoffs, switches allegiances, and then helps the team that he beat last season advance in the playoffs against a team from his same division last season.
Yeah, it was a very competitive series. Good competitive series and a good competitive season from the Wolves, but huge congratulations to the Spartans as they will take on the Aviators next week. But now we turn our attention from the Blue to the Orange Conference. There is one Final Four spot remaining in the conference finals week next week, and 2 teams vying for it. The Pirates take on the Knights in the Orange Conference semifinal. That is coming your way next. This is the MLD on Twitch presented by Balls Guarana and Arctic AC. We'll see you on the other side of the break.